What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hot Radio Shout in. As always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, Captain Planet.
You know, it's getting real old.
You already got a song. You already got a theme song, Captain Planet.
Your shenanigans are getting old. Look at my shirt, man. Look at my shirt. What did I say right now?
The hardest rapper over 40.
Yeah, that's me right there. I want respect. I'm the hardest rapper over 40. You see my movement out here is growing by the second. All my OGs out there that's living through me that's saying, stay on B-Hot Nick. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, no, I mean, I ain't mad at your Big Galaxy, you know. I like Big Galaxy, but I like Captain Planet a little better.
Why you can't just say Galaxy? Why I gotta be Big Galaxy, Little Guy Pluto?
Because Galaxy is whack.
Galaxy, you didn't say that when Future had Pluto. You was at every concert. I couldn't keep you out of concert. When he said the name of Pluto, you was at every.
Okay, you know what? I'm not about to argue with you. We already 5 minutes into the podcast, and I'm arguing about your damn name.
All right, well, let's run it then.
Answer me this though, Gangsta Wick. You know, we were talking though offline about after these last few podcasts, everybody's just like, you know what? We need to find some solutions to what's going on out here in these streets of what's going on. Now, one of the things that we talked about was just hip-hop. Do you blame hip-hop for, you know, the status of our community right now? Is the music the soundtrack to what's going on in the streets right now, or is the music a reflection of what's going on in the streets?
Wow.
How do you feel?
That's deep right there, and that's a conversation I have had with people, and I gotta repeat what you just said so they will understand.
Come on with it.
It's rap the blame for where our community is.
That's right.
Or was our community already in a bad place and rap highlighted our problems? Yeah. That's what you're asking me.
That's right.
That's deep. And I will say this right here. Went back and I've done a little research. I'm not a political figure. I don't want people to ever think that I'm not a historian.
Yeah.
And I don't have a solution. That's why I'm happy when we leave the questions out here to thinkers that we have following
they hit them
us.
comments.
Correct. Now, I will say this. In the 70s and the 80s, before rap ever hit, we were still in the same place that we are now. Actually, the crime rate was higher. You understand what I'm saying? I want to say what the crack epidemic hit maybe around the late 70s, early 70s, 80s, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
But rap wasn't out yet. What was the blame for the killings, the murders, the sex trafficking? Who was the blame for it then? And talking to a few people, and especially you, I heard people say, well, back then, okay, it wasn't the rap that had our community where it was the crack epidemic. Then before that, it's the liquor. It's always something. And B-High, I'm hearing people, social media, just people in the hood. I still be in the hood, and they'll run up on me, saying Galaxy Wick, not that mess you were talking about. But Galaxy Wick, it's rappers, it's these new rappers. It's rappers like 21 and Future and Thugger and because his situation and all those types that's ruining the community. The community was great until they came along. And I'd be like, excuse me. Yeah. My thing is this, B-High. And I used to tell my son this right here. To send him out to school. He come home, he's suspended, he expelled, he blah, 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 blah. And he always would have an excuse. Well, Pop, it was a couple of my friends, they were the one was fighting. Pop, well, the girl, she hated on me, in front of the whole class and blah, blah, blah. Pops, the teacher didn't like me. He already, had a prejudice against me. Pop, the bus driver, when he picked me up, it was always an excuse for why you took your behind out to school and didn't produce. Didn't come home with the grades that I expect of you. Didn't come home as the man, a better man than when I sent you to the school. You know what I'm saying? He always in my face with an excuse. And I'm kind of sick and tired of that in the black community. If it's always either it was crack, it's either the rappers, it's either this, that, it's a system. When are we gonna just look ourselves in the mirror? When I said to my son, when you gonna look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? It's me. It's me. Stop coming to me with all these excuses for why the black community with it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not retarded. I'm not slow. All that contributes. Yeah. When you have a country and stuff or government from back in the day that pushed frisk without warrants, pull over black folks and didn't have to have a warrant to go to your car and find a joint and then case you up. So now you're in the system at 17 and 18. Do I think our young black men have been preyed on? Absolutely. I mean, I was one of them. I've given you examples of that, of being preyed on. I felt like when I was 15 and 16 years old, it was hard for me to step out the door. I could see it in my mother's eyes. You may not come back. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? So we've had to deal with that. The crack epidemic, when it hit, you know what I'm saying? That hurt us bad. But every nationality has had these type of same problems. See, that's the thing. Every other nationality has had these. They've had. Reason why there's so much black on black crime is because that's who's in your face. There's white on white crime. There's Chinese on Chinese crime. There's what, Korean on Korean crime. You're gonna be more likely as a Korean to kill another Korean than you're gonna kill a black man, because that's what you're seeing every day. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? So, Beehive, when are we gonna say, and I know your stance on it, I'm gonna turn it over to you. I know your stance on it, and I get it. All those are contributing factors. Systematic racism, drugs in the community, rap music. Yeah, it's all. But for every, I throw this out to you. For every rapper that there's a lot of podcasters on there, throwing everything at the foot of rap, and then you have all these people coming to comment. Yeah, it's the rappers. It's the. When are we gonna ever talk about the rappers like Common, the rappers that have done good, the rappers that have gave back to HBCUs? The rappers that have had community organizations. When are we gonna talk about them, the good that they have done? All we talk about is the rappers that are out here, shooting and banging and blah blah blah. There's always good. There's always evil. When are we gonna talk about what rap has done for the community that has been good? Last case in point. There are some rappers, right? There are people out here that have threw everything at the foot of rappers, right? Mm-hmm. And we need to do away with the rap community. We need to do away with the rappers. We need to blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, rap is what has made a lot of them relevant. By talking about rappers, by talking about rap, we are relevant. Anybody that y'all want to talk about out there that says rappers ain't nothing, this and that, well, tell me how they benefiting off rap right now. You ain't talking about no country music and people are listening. You ain't talking about no rock and roll artists and people listening. You talking about rappers, the same people that you said we need to do away with are feeding you. The same industry.
Well, my stance on this whole thing, Wick, when I sit back and I think about it, I agree with you 1,000%. We got to hold ourselves accountable. You see what I'm saying? Accountability, it starts with us. It starts in the home. We got to hold ourselves accountable. But what I really think the issue is, I don't think it's the rap music. I think it's the poverty. When you in poverty, you're going to do some crazy shit.
I absolutely agree.
You see what I'm saying? Like I tell folks, I mean, when you hungry, unless you done been hungry as hell, then you can't tell that man not to go out there and act a damn fool. Right. You got to be like a little Buddhist monk to be able to sit in the house hungry as hell, because then it turns into survival, okay? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like I told folks all the time, my mama, she refused to get us free lunch, even though she knew damn well we needed free lunch.
And as greedy as you are, I know.
Thank you, and I got a story about me being greedy as hell too that's fucked up. But I remember we'd be getting ready to go to lunch, getting ready to go to school. My mama gonna drop us off at school, and what does she do? She reach in her purse, and she wants to send me into school with 100 goddamn pennies.
I like Mama.
Yeah, she like, I ain't gonna get you no
You
goddamn
should've
free
been-
lunch, but I would send you to school with 100 goddamn pennies.
She should have. Bless her heart.
Trying to buy lunch with 100 pennies really wasn't cool.
It built character in you.
Oh,
You
nigga,
need
that's why I don't
character.
give a fuck. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna toot my nose and hold up against nobody because I understand. But what I do know is when we talk about poverty, that brings out the worst in everybody. Then on another level of the poverty part is we got working homeless out here. You can't even afford to get no place to stay making $15 an hour or $20 an hour no more in the city of Atlanta.
Wow.
So you got to work 2 jobs just to keep a roof over your head. Now, if you're working 2 jobs to keep a roof over your head, who is taking care of the kids?
Wow.
Nobody's home, so now we got latchkey kids that's taking care of themselves and raising their damn self. So what happens when you raising yourself? You're sitting at home, hungry, ain't got nothing else to do. You're going to run out that house and start doing all kinds of crazy shit. Or you're going to start making music about what you're seeing. Because you're not the only one. It's a whole clusters of people going through the same thing. So it boils down to this. We got to raise the minimum wages out here in these streets when it comes to these jobs so niggas can get paid.
Right.
We got to lower these damn rents so people can afford to have some place to go.
Right.
All of this inflation and all this extra stuff. Folks is working hard as hell and can't make ends meet. I know folks that done work full-time jobs, sleeping in their car, full-time jobs, sleeping under a bridge, going to LA Fitness, taking a damn bath right quick to go to work,
Right.
living in and out of their car, and they are working hard. They ain't doing nothing wrong.
Right.
So that's what you call hell. When you working hard as fuck and you not getting nowhere because the system is set up to keep you working hard as hell and not getting nowhere.
Revolving door.
Come on.
Right.
You got investors coming into the city of Atlanta. They buying up all the property. So, folks can't even buy houses. See, that was the other thing. See, they tricked us into not believing that we needed to own. So when you don't own it, these were the perks of buying a house. You buy a house, guess what, man? You pay that thing down, that house appreciates, it got equity in it. So then when you do have a rough time, you refinance that house, pull that equity out, and then you can start your business and be okay.
Absolutely.
Also, you go FHA, guess what? You lose your job. You can, hell, I had this happen to me. I got laid off in the radio station. The first thing I did, I called my mom and said, man, they done laid me off. She said, okay, this is the first thing you do. Go get that HARP refinance.
Right.
I called the government and I said, hey, I need to refinance this mortgage. My house was underwater at the time. They refinanced that thing. I was paying half the damn note.
Right.
If I would have been renting and I would have lost my job, I would have been saying, hey, mama, I'm on my way. They just put all my shit out. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's the whole thing. So that goes back to the education and the knowledge as well.
Right.
So folks got to educate themselves so they can know better, so they can do better. But then also the system is not set up for people to win. So the reason why you have to be educated is so that you can be an entrepreneur.
Correct.
Because you need to be able to generate. See, like I told folks, one of the things that I learned when I worked the job was that I could work hard as hell till my damn fingers bled, till I'm about to have a damn aneurysm pass out. I'm so tired of working so hard. But that check gonna be the damn same every 2 weeks.
Every time.
But when you working for yourself and you put that same energy into it,
Right.
oh, the more energy you put into it, the more money you gonna make.
Absolutely.
That's just how it goes.
Right.
So now you working hard as hell, now you making more money. So we need to be able to educate ourselves on how to be entrepreneurs so we can be in control of the money that we making, because then also with the money is the freedom and the power. You have the freedom. Nigga, I didn't even see, nigga, I had less time making less money with my family than I have more time. Now I'm making more money and I got more time with my family and not working as hard. I used to work 7 days a goddamn week.
Right.
And still, when I looked at my damn W-2, I used to get depressed.
Absolutely.
I would look at my W-2 and get damn depressed because I'm like, nigga, this is up under the poverty line.
Right. Right.
But
right.
I'm working 7 days a goddamn week and I ain't even there for my damn kids.
Right. Right.
So the whole thing is that we got to fight the poverty. You can't even think clear in poverty.
I agree 1,000% with you, B-High, and I'm so glad that you said that. You made my point for me when I opened this thing. When I opened this up, I wanted to, and that's why I deferred to you. But I wanted to, get people off the backs of thinking so minute, so simple that it's as simple as somebody doing a
soundtrack is
rap
making you
song.
acting a damn fool.
That's right. Our community, it's underwater because of a rap song. Or because of a drug, that came through and swept. Now I got my Percocet 10 song out. I mean, I'm hearing all the kids, but my Perc 30s, my Perc 20s. I'm like, what are we doing? I mean, but at the same time, Beehive, what you said, you put a bow on it. That's where it starts at. That's the real problem right there. That was implemented from our forefathers. Yep. They saw this hundreds of years ago, where you would be at right now if we put in a constitution that went against you. That's what we should be out here fighting for. Not sitting out here doing black. That's why I call it black on black crime. Yeah. When you throw everything at the foot of a rapper or a one black man. There's no one black man that you can say that's why we where we at. Yeah. It ain't one black. It ain't Decatur. It ain't West Atlanta. It ain't Texas. It ain't Cali. It ain't Harlem, New York. It's a system that was put in place. Like I said, for every bad thing that rap has done, hip hop has done, I can show you 5 good things that it has done. Rap has made a lot of black millionaires that turned that into other businesses and gave them a platform to be able to talk to you. Yep. Look where rap has me right now. Yeah. I'm an example of what rap can do for a person. I spit some of the same type of lyrics when I was younger.
Okay, ask me this. How do you feel about that, though, Wick, when somebody tried to come to you and say, you was the Godfather of Trap and now you want to change your ways? Well, I got a thought process on that.
Well, I mean, any man that stays still is not a man. I mean, if you don't grow, that's like you saying, hey, Wick, I like you better when you was 4 foot, 2, and you was 11 years old.
With no bass in your voice.
With no bass, exactly. So I mean, that's the most idiotic. But I wouldn't change anything either, and I don't apologize for it because it goes back to what we just said. I was rapping, I was speaking on what was going on in the hood. It don't mean I did all that. Either I saw it, or somebody else did it, or I did it. You see what I'm saying? Or I heard about it. Come on. You understand what I'm saying? I've never put on the rap that put on a biopic or a rap record saying, you know what, everything on here, I did it. No, this is still entertainment, bruh. Yeah. But one thing I can say, somebody around me has done it, somebody around me in my community has done it. So if I speak on sex trafficking in the black community, it don't mean I was one of the sex traffickers. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But it could mean I knew a young Keisha or a young Tina or something that got snatched when they were little. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna be able to speak on that. So like I said, for everything that some people say that rap is to blame for it or the rappers, I can tell you good things. Rap has saved a lot of black people, a lot of black community. It has pushed legislation. Yeah, you understand that? Rap has pushed legislation. Because of rap, we're able to talk to 500,000 people on here and get them to help us in comments with solutions to talk to each other.
Also, the people that are blaming rap every 5 minutes, like you said earlier, if they can hold themselves accountable, what are you doing?
Correct.
Other than wagging your finger at rap music.
Right.
What are you literally doing in the community to save folks? Another one, though, too. Even though there was poverty in the hood, there was recreation in the hood, man. Right.
That got taken out.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There was music in the hood and in the schools, man. Those little things save lives because instead of being out there knocking folks over, some folks was on their drum.
Sure was.
Some folks was playing ball.
Break dancing.
Folks were break dancing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. So we got to get
you
that
were
back.
tap dancing.
No,
you were tap
dancing. Do not tap dance for nobody.
My thing with you is you have no problem sitting up here calling me Pluto, everything else. But when we get on your tap dancing escapades, it's a problem.
Hey man, I don't tap dance, but I typewriter. I told you I typewriter.
but Beehive, man, but get back to it. That I think you hit hit it on the head.
No, you hit it on the head,
and I think the people And I want to say this too before we sign off on this one right here.
Yeah.
What I like most about this platform, besides just me and you, we throwing it out there, and we discussing topics, and we always discussing from this perspective and that perspective. And I've always told people a lot of the subjects you and I agree on, but it's not our job to sit up here and agree on everything. Yeah, absolutely. Because there are people that think differently.
Exactly.
There are some people, I say this every time to y'all, there are people that think that Kobe was better than LeBron. LeBron was better than Jordan. But even though me and B-High feel like Jordan's number one, but we're not going to sit up here, but then it wouldn't be a show. So I can argue LeBron was better. I can argue Kobe was better. It doesn't mean that I don't feel like Jordan was great. So that's one thing I do like about here. Another thing is that I'm starting to see in the comments, besides everybody calling me all these names, which I like, I'm starting to see that the people in the comments are networking with each other.
That's what they're supposed to do.
I'm telling all y'all out there, I look at comments. I might not, reply to everyone, but I look at all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see a trend that people are helping each other. Hey, bruh, you can go right here. Look this up right here.
It's a community.
Hey, it's starting to be a community of help. And that's what this stuff needs to be shared. It needs to spill over. If we do that, instead of sitting around here, like you said, it's because of rap. It's because of you. It's because of that particular person. If we keep doing that right there, it's gonna be a revolving door. If we do it with B-High and Wickle doing right now, and getting the people involved and let them, solve these problems together on these comments and sharing this material, we're gonna win.
Y'all heard the man. Hit the comments. Let us know what the hell is it that you think. Do you think that hip-hop is ruining the community, or is the community already ruined? And hip-hop is spotlighting and highlighting what is going on in the community. Hit them comments. Let us know how you feel, man. B-High Radio, shout it. OG Gangster, Captain Planet.
Man, you know what?
What you want me to call you,
You know
man?
what? I done told you, I'm Galaxy Wick. I'm not OG Galaxy Shortbread, Planetarian, Solar System.
Wind and Fire. Hit them comments, man. We'll holler at y'all in a minute.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, y'all my favorite group.
We go.